recording, I think. It's recording. Okay, wait. Okay, it's recording now. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing the basics of Hoi 4. I'm gonna try and get it down short and sweet because the game is not as complicated as you think. I put it on the 1939 start date because that way I can show all the stuff that I need to do, starting with war and stuff. Okay, so let's start our. Oh, we just already did Danziger War. Selecting divisions. Pretty simple. Army group like this. Infantry. Put in its own army group. Okay. Press S to split them up. Now these he has, they have light tanks, panzer divisions. I'll show you all how to make good templates. Gotta make. What? We don't have field marshals. They don't have field marshals. Yeah, the 1939 start date is not good, but that's how you would promote a field marshal. Just like that. Sign generals, Aaron or Rommel. We want to promote him to a field marshal for tanks because he provides bonuses for tanks. So promote him to a field marshal. Um, you normally do the same thing with Guderian, but he already has a officer corps role, so I'm not. And I'm just going to make these into infantry because okay, so since alright, here's the difference between civilian factories and military factories. Civilian. These civilians are what builds your factories. But since it's late game, we're gonna be building mills, okay? So shift and left click, okay? Civilian build, military factories produce. So production line. This is how you produce your stuff. And it's pretty bad ships. We don't need those right now. We need planes. Put a lot on planes and on close air support. Um, we need anti-air, so we could put in divisions. Alright, signing MIO. This gives bonuses to the stuff we're producing. Okay. Um, just put it on planes, and we're gonna need a lot of guns, so we're gonna put some on guns. Maybe more on artillery than we need. Some cats. Fix our trade. This is how you trade. Tungsten. We'll buy it from the British Burma. Oh wait, no, we're gonna be going to war, so we'll buy it from Sweden. MIOs. You click on it, and then shift click to select the ones that you want, and it'll automatically do it. Breakthrough armor. I like breakthrough better. Um, that's better. Soft attack. Okay. What the heck? Okay, so that's it. Research. Okay. You want to research industry first? I would have gone down concentrated instead of dispersed, but it's too late to change that now. We need to research planes. We need to research survivability studies. Oh no, they didn't do any research for planes at all. Well, planes are very crucial. If the AI was smart, you would go down here and here and here more so, and definitely down planes. They didn't do any artillery research. You got to go down artillery, and you got to go down tanks. Okay, shift click. Mediums. I like soft attack better because soft attack does more damage against infantry. Okay. I guess the focus that we'll do now, establish that so we can get more military factories. Okay. We want to move our troops to the border. You do that by clicking the front line button and okay. Create an army group there so then they don't invade us. Now, our tanks, let's see, what template did they do? This is not a good tank. This is not a tank division at all. But it'll have to work until I can show you how to make a good one. Okay? Field Marshal, Aaron Rommel, and we'll have this guy because he's a tank guy. So, in order for us to micro them, we're going to do an area defense and put them here. Alright? And then like that, and then like that. So now we can get planning bonus. Planning bonus is a huge bonus for your troops, and it is very good. Alright, we're going to select an army group and put it there. And then we're going to hold control while pressing the general button. And now they will move over there. Let's have them move. Okay. We have no need. Okay. And we're going to move our troops over. And I'll show you. Okay. So we need to close our front line. So let's edit it. And boom, edit it down there. So now we don't have to call them in. Okay? Unificial. Okay. We're going to do some pincer maneuvers. And we have to get the Air Force. Let me organize that real quick. Selected them all so they could all go to this airport. Then I'm merging the air wings. I'm going to move my fighters here. I'll move my close air support also here so then I could use it. Boom, boom, boom. Now I have close air support and tactical bombers. Use them for the Battle of Britain and stuff. Alright. Yeah, that's the basics. Okay. We're going to go to war. This is how you declare war. We already did a focus letting us do so. But before we do, we're going to let our tanks build up planning bonus. You see this? This will give us a big bonus. I don't know how strong these tanks are because they're not a very good template, but the Poles aren't that strong either. So we have our army set up there, and as far as I'm concerned, we're all ready for war. Let's make an army group here, so a front line if they want to attack, but we're not going to do a battle plan. We're going to micro it. Alright, so let me show you. We're going to slow down the speed to speed 3. And the tanks are doing okay. They're not doing amazing though, because they're lights, and lights aren't that good. The only thing they're good for is to move quickly. I'm right clicking and I'm pressing shift right click so I can make these lines go where I want them to go. Okay? And now they are moving quickly, and I'm disorganizing their front line. They are panicking and they don't know what to do. Now I'm going to press this button so then my units pin them in place. So now I have a big encirclement here. And now I'm going to use my maneuver warfare to go break in right here. I'm going to use this light tank. I'm going to make a big encirclement from Danzig. Alright, you see how I'm microing it like this? I'm going to snake for Warsaw. This is Lend-Lease right here. Accepting it, this will give me more guns from them. Alright, Warsaw's fallen. Alright, now we've been stopped because we've encountered actual resistance. And light tanks aren't that good when they meet resistance. The only purpose for light tanks is once you make a breakthrough, you have them go everywhere and have them spread out. Alright, we'll attack here. You do not want to use light tanks for fighting. You want them to stack them together and then use them to make a giant breakthrough. And now, oh, another thing that's important. You see this? We want to have supply, so we want to have it motorized, okay? Like that. We want to have it motorized, and now that'll give me supply for my tanks. You see that? No, they're no longer out of supply. Wow. Agency. Okay. Very important. Make agencies so then you can get like collaboration governments, and when you get collaboration governments, it makes it easier for to capitulate other countries. So it's very good for the Soviet Union, so you don't have to walk as far. Um, Experimental facilities. So these are experimental facilities. Um, that's how you research nukes and all this stuff and helicopters. They're very good. Also a little difficult to understand, but once you get it, it's very good. Nice encirclement here because we went and broke through their front lines. Um, okay. The poles are basically completely shattered. We've shattered their front lines in a matter of 2 weeks, with barely a cost to us. And I'll play this. I'll just kill Poland real quick so I can just show y'all like warfare. We just blitzkrieged them, and now we're encircling and destroying their divisions. And when you attack like this, you see we're getting air support and we have an intel advantage. That's what intelligence does. It gives you bonuses. And let me show you. We're going to attack here. And now look, we have attacking from multiple directions, air support, and intel. The only advantage they have are forts. Forts are very good for stopping, for defense. Okay, then I'll show you how to naval invade after I capitulate Poland. $112, 120,000 to our 12,000 in a matter of a single month. Alright, where is their capital? Danzig. Okay, so we need to take Danzig. Alright, another thing that's important, you see this battleship, how there's battleships in this group? If I shift and right click, it'll move it out of port, and then we could get another bonus called, oh, well, couldn't show you, we defeated them too quickly. But anyway, it would have given a bonus called, Battleship Bombardment. And, you need that for naval invasions. It works super well. Okay. Um, I'll show you all naval invasions real quick with the invasion of Norway and such. I'll cancel this focus. Do Operation Hoi4 so we can invade the now boom, we've got Poland. Okay. That's basically it for the most part. I'm going to show you all how to naval invade. Oh, economies, laws, war economy. It's when you're at war, this is one of the most biggest helps because then you could actually build stuff really quickly. See this? We're building military factories extremely quickly. But we're also being bombed by the allies. So let's put up some planes so we can stop them. Red air, that's no good. Look, they're bombing us. They're doing a bunch of damage to us. We should stop that by putting up our own airplanes. And now we're going to be fighting them in the sky. Yes, the treaty must be. Alright, we're going to split some of them off so then they can defend Berlin. Our planes aren't the best right now, so let me show you a good design. I'll do it once in 22 days when I actually get the good tech. Alright, we're making anti-air. We need medium tanks though. Okay, let's do our invasion of Denmark. And I don't think we have any Marines, unfortunately. So I'll show you. Uh, Alright, let's move our... Press B to strat redeploy. Look, you see how fast they're going compared to these ones? They're not going fast at all. But these are going really fast. But look, they have no organization. Organization is what helps you stay in battle. Alright? So that's very important. So you should use strat redeployment to get your troops to the line, but then you should turn it off before you actually get there. Since we're not at war yet, it's okay. Alright? Press space to pause, by the way, in case you didn't know. Okay. Let me get my navy together so then we can invade the shift. I'm shift left clicking and now I'm putting it in their own group. Oh, they already are in. So I'm gonna merge them like that. And these ones, okay, the High Seas Fleet. We're gonna merge it together and put them under General Eric Raider because he has battleship adherent, which means our capital attack, our capital ships will do better. Okay, and Coral done its first submarines. Now submarine, you want to have them in stacks of 10. So look, I'm gonna press this, and then sub Wolfpack because they're gonna be attacking Wolfpack. Alright, save that right there. Boom. Okay. Okay, well, we want to have these ships over here. We want to have it assigned to Wolfpack. So now the submarines will go into that. That's just naval management. Okay. We're about to get the good tech so I can show you all, like, good planes. Artillery, we need research for that. Okay. We're gonna declare war on Denmark. And, oh wait, I haven't put my field marshal and gotten the planning. Okay. Oh, I don't have planning. Let's press the staff office plan. Staff office plan. Now look, we're getting planning quickly. This is what planning does. Okay, let me show you. Let's split our tanks into two groups so we can attack them from multiple directions. Alright. Okay. We're gonna do one this and all invade Norway. Okay, now we have full planning. Let's invade them. Now look, you see this? Our tanks aren't that good, but because of the planning, they're doing very well. And they're doing very well. And now let's look at our tanks. Look, these are its stats. They're not good, but because of the planning, they're very high, and that's why they're doing well. Oh, well, they surrendered. Okay, so we'll just accept their surrendering. Alright, I'll show you how to naval invade. You only really need to take out Denmark because the Allies don't have access to the Baltics, but just because you all are learning, I'm gonna show you how to invade Norway. So let's take these troops here. 24 divisions is well good enough. So let's select them 3 at a time. Then we're gonna select naval invasion order. So right click, left click there. Do this. Do it again because we have one hitting the port. Now we want to have it besides the port. You want to naval invade with infantry and better marines, but you don't want to naval invade with tanks because tanks are not that good at naval invading. Alright, we're not going to strat redeploy because we want them to be strong. Now, let's finish setting up our navy so then when we invade Norway, we don't have a bunch of allied personnel going over there and stopping us. Alright, now, our Kriegsmarine, or naval boats are in a good position. Now, convoy raid. Oh, we just got our good stuff. You don't want a convoy raid in the English Channel, because it's shallow seas. All of this is shallow seas. They're not really good for convoy raiding. But for our intents and purposes, we do not care about the losses right now. So, it's all fine. We do naval invasion support, so we have naval supremacy for our invasion. Now, all we have to do is wait 21 days for our troops to be ready to invade. Alright, now that we have our research for planes, I'll show you actual good divisions for airplanes. Alright, select here, basic airframe. You want to add on heavy machine guns. Heavy machine guns are the best attack, and you want to add on armor plates, extra fuel. Oh, not enough thrust to wait. So we'll just put them 2 heavy machine guns instead of 4. Okay? Then you could save it to here and save it to a file so you don't have to make it again, or you don't. Doesn't matter. For CAS, uh, it's basically the same except instead of heavy machine guns, it is just bomb locks. Alright, where is my airplane? There it is. Okay, now we're producing better planes. We need to buy rubber, so we actually have supply. We'll buy it from Siam. Okay, we need to wait for a naval invasion to be ready. I'll speed up the time until it's there. Now let's see. We're naval invading them. We're convoy raiding them. Our submarines are going out and sinking British and French convoys. But you see they have screens there. These screens are gonna destroy our submarines, so we should probably put this on avoid. So let me show you. These are our convoy rating. We should put them at low engage at low risk, which means they will only attack if they're convoys, and then they will leave. See, look, they're doing a lot of damage, but as soon as their screens show up, we leave. Okay. Can we do our naval invasion? We need higher, Albert Spear is better. Okay, so we need naval supremacy. We do not have naval supremacy. So we're going to remove our submarines from here, so then they will hopefully move their fleet. Great. So since they've left, we can quickly blitz it. Now they've let all their ships have left. Now we're gonna declare war, and we're gonna put our ships out real quick. All right. Now we have green. We can naval invade now. Here we go. And now, look, here's what I was talking about. The battleships are there, and now they are providing a bonus called shore bombardment. The shore bombardment is bombarding them, and it's going to help us be able to land. It is key in naval invasions. Now let's move our close air support so we can provide them with CAS. Ideally, you would want mountaineers because mountaineers are good for mountains, and we're in the mountains. Alright, we have accomplished our naval invasion. Now let's set up this. We want to aggressively execute the battle plan because there's not a lot of them there. You can change it by going to this cautious and balance. We're gonna put it on aggressive, which means they'll take more casualties, but they will charge. Now let's send our light tanks over there. Let's move them over. Alright, now what we want to do is we were going to want to naval convoy raid all of their stuff so that the allies can't land troops and such over here. Alright, we're losing. Alright, yeah. That's how you naval invade. Okay, here we go. Our troops are going, and now our light tanks have just gotten here. Alright, let's send them. We want to rush for Trottenheim. I wouldn't send tanks here. I'm just showing you like how they're good and how they're important and all that stuff. Alright, they're trying to stop us here. Let's go around them. Oh, but we're out of supply. That's not good. Alright, let's get to the port before the allies can arrive in with full forces. Oh, Norway's capitulated. Okay, so that's how you do a successful naval invasion. Now, let me show you a good tank. I'm not going to invade France and stuff because I showed you the basics. Alright, this is not a good tank. Hopefully they did the research already, so small cannon. Now this is a good tank right here. This is a good tank. This will do very well. And you need 2 kinds of tanks. You need a tank for infantry, which is that one, and now you want a one for tanks. So medium fixed superstructure and heavy cannon, tank destroyer, radio, small cannons. Small cannons, look, it's doing a bunch of damage there. Christine suspension. Now let's assign an MIO, medium tanks. That's a good tank destroyer. Boom. Now here is a good template for them. I'll copy one. Alright. Duplicate. Alright. You want to add motorized because it's not a tank division unless it has motorized. So it's basically a tank division smashing through the lines and then motorized infantry going to actually capture the point. Alright? Medium tank destroyers. Alright, this is a good tank division. What you would ideally want to do is that you would want to add logistics company and a support anti-air, but we don't have enough army XP, so we'll put that later. This is elite, which means it'll get the equipment. It prioritizes equipment, so it would get it first before infantry, which is more important because this will do your attacking. All right. That's basically it. Yeah. All right. Bye. How do I stop?